This is a quick video tutorial for setting up Pokemon automation with the ESP32. First, make sure you have all the components. A Nintendo Switch and its accessories, including a dock, power cable, HDMI cable. The Switch Lite will not work. A computer running x64 Windows, a video capture card, an ESP32 microcontroller, a USB cable that can connect your ESP32 to your computer. First, we will do the general setup. Let's download the computer control program. Go to the Pokemon Automation GitHub, so github.com/Pokemon Automation. Click into the computer control repository, go to releases, then download PA serial program.zip. Now unzip the file. Now run serialprograms.cmd. You might get a pop-up warning about the program. If you don't trust us, you could read the source code since this program is open source. If you do trust us, click More Info, then run anyway. So this is the computer control program. Click Virtual Console. So now we'll set up video. Make sure that you connect your HDMI cable from your Switch dock to your video capture card and connect the capture card to your computer. It should look a little bit something like this in the guide. Something like this. So your Switch dock, HDMI cable, capture card into your computer. So back to the computer control program, click Reset Camera. In the camera drop-down, then select USB video or something similar to that. So right now I'm getting these rainbow bars. It just means I have to turn on my Switch. To set up sound, click Reset Audio. Then in the drop-down, select USB digital audio. Audio input is important for programs that need to listen for sound. This is needed for only some programs. On the other hand, audio output is completely optional. It allows you to play the music through your speakers, but it does help you to make sure that your audio input is set up properly. So let's just try that. So I'll set up my speakers. And so we see that the music is set up properly. Now let's install the UART drivers. These allow the ESP32 to communicate with your computer. The drivers will either be CH340 or CP210X. And that will depend on what ESP32 model you have. If you don't know which one you have, install both of them. I will show installing both drivers. So let's go back to the wiki on GitHub where the download links are posted. So we'll do the CP210X first. use the x64.exe installer. So that's it for CP210X. Now I will also install the CH340 drivers. Next, plug your ESP32 board into your computer via a USB cable. Then open up the device manager and look for ESP32 under ports. If you don't see it, then you might not have installed the correct driver. Alternatively, you can try a different USB port. So in my device manager, my ESP32 shows up like this. Now we will flash the firmware to the ESP32. First, download the Espressif Flash utility. Then unzip the file. Then run the tool flash download tool.exe. Select ESP32. Keep it as develop. Check the box for the first entry. Then click the ... and browse for PA-bot-based ESP32.bin in the serial programs download folder. So go to PA serial programs, which we downloaded previously, and then ESP32.bin. Click open. Put a 0 in this box right here on the right. At the bottom right corner, under COM, select the COM port for your ESP32. Then change the baud to 460800. Then click Start. You know that it's working if the green progress bar starts to move. Once it's finished, you need to reboot your ESP32. So you can either press the reset button or the EN button on your board, or you can just unplug and replug your ESP32. If during this process you see that it is stuck on printing out ... and never makes progress, see the troubleshooting section on GitHub. On the GitHub page, there is a troubleshooting section. This will require some combination of holding the boot or reset buttons while you're flashing on the ESP32 board. So now on your switch, go to the change grip order menu. So I'm just using the computer control program just so we can see what my switch is doing, but I'm using a controller. So go to controllers, then change grip order. Now in the computer control program, click reset control. Make sure it says serial PA bot base. Select your COM port, COM5 in my case. Then select your controller, select wireless pro controller. After about 5 seconds, you should see the controller pop up in the grip menu on the switch. So the ESP32 is now connected to your switch, acting as a controller. Note that if you ever want to reconnect your ESP32 to the switch, at the time of this recording, the switch needs to be in the change grip order menu in order to connect to the ESP32. Hopefully with future firmware updates, the ESP32 can reconnect to the switch outside of that menu. You should now be able to control your switch with your keyboard. To see the keyboard mappings, click on keyboard layout on the bottom left. So you can see which buttons on the keyboard allow you to mimic certain buttons on the controller. To change the keyboard mappings, go to Nintendo Switch, then Framework Settings, and you can change the mappings over here. If you are unable to connect the computer control program to the ESP32, or the ESP32 fails to connect to the switch, make sure you review the troubleshooting section in the wiki on GitHub, shown on the screen right now. Another option is to post in our Discord server. You can post in the Arduino help or Arduino chat channels. Link to the Discord server will be in the video description. Now that the setup is done, you can run the programs. Choose the game that you want, then choose the program that you want to run. So for example, with Scarlet and Violet, you can run the sandwich making program. So what you'll do is choose the game that you want, such as Scarlet and Violet, and then sandwich making. Within each program, you can also find a link to the online documentation, which explains how to set up and use the program. And I recommend you read this for every program that you use. So that's it for this video for setting up Pokemon automation using ESP32.